Millennium Sports presents the 4-6A Bright Lights Baseball Game of the Week as the Timber Creek Falcons meet the Keller Indians. Tonight's game is brought to you by Impact Health Sharing. Save up to 50% versus insurance. State Farm Agent Earl Wood of Fort Worth. Macero Mexican Restaurant of Southlake. JR's Barbecue and more of Keller. Alliance Pest Control, and author James C. Bivens' book, Walking Through the Valley of Grief, available now on Amazon. Now, let's join John Frow and Brenden Snow at the ballpark.
Good afternoon, everyone. John Frow and Brenden Snow, and welcome to MillenniumSportsDFW.com, our new website. Glad you could join us here. We're getting a little rain share. We didn't expect it, but this is a huge series between Timber Creek
sitting 17-9, 6-4 in districts.
Okay.
4, 6A in second place.
We're shuffling our papers here because the rain is coming in unexpectedly. Keller 25-2-2 in first place. If they win tonight, they clinch a tie for the district title. If they win tonight and tomorrow, they're district champs. And welcome to the State Farm Agent Earl Wood of Fort Worth pregame show. Brenden, this is a big series. Keller is heavily favored. On paper, they look like they're going to take care of Creek, but we know Chuck Wells very well and the Creek boys. These are a scrappy bunch. They know how to put things together and get victories in key games. They're very capable of winning this series.
Yes, exactly what I was going to say. Scrappy, well coached. They know what when they need something, they know what they need. Coach does a good job letting them know in dire situations. Hey, yes, we need to move a runner over. Hey, we need to just get on base. They do all the small things that kind of don't show up on paper. But again, looking at the stats today, we'll talk about it more in the scouting the teams, but Keller looks to outmatch the Falcons.
All right, you're listening to the State Farm Agent Earl Wood of Fort Worth pregame show. We'll be back after this timeout. And Brendan's going to have a scouting report on the Timber Creek Falcons, brought to you by Impact Health Sharing of Fort Worth after this.
A minor accident can turn into a hassle. Fort Worth State Farm Agent Earl Wood offers auto insurance with a combination of service, price, and protection. Earl's office is at 2900 South Hewland, Suite 50 in Fort Worth. Details available online at earlwood.biz. That's earlwood.biz. Fort Worth State Farm Agent Earl Wood. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
That would be the range that you would pay for your family of 6.
Wow, that's great.
Go to savewithimpact.com. So the lowest is what?
$73
Compared to
like $2,000.
$2,000.
That's actually crazy.
So standard rate $130.
$130 a month. Now what I want you to do is go ahead and put 3+ for your daughters.
Oh, that's a lot cheaper.
Were you expecting that?
No, not at all.
So it's called Healthcare Sharing, and Impact Health Sharing is our company, and we're just trying to spread the word that there's an alternative for people.
This commercial isn't about us. It's about you. It's about you and your first sip of your jalapeno margarita. It's about you and the fresh avocado and your shrimp ceviche. You and your family enjoying a good meal and good company. Celebrating with your closest friends, making a toast to a good year. Dessert, your favorite, Cinco Leches. When it's about you, you know you're at the right place. Make your reservation. Make it about you. Make it Macero.
Founded in 2017, JR's Barbecue and More at 121 Roofs No Drive in Keller provides a taste above the rest. Breakfast tacos and delicious barbecue to HOA and neighborhood events, weddings, graduation, and family celebrations. Owners JR and Vanessa Herrera proudly support the Keller ISD student athletes. Call JR's Barbecue and More at 682-593-0892 for catering to your next event. And check us out on Facebook at JR's Barbecue and More.
Welcome back to Keller, everyone. 79 degrees, wind out of the southwest, 12 to 14 miles an hour. A little wind blowing out, but not too much. And Brenden, let's talk about not too much. That's the Timber Creek Boys. Tell us about them.
Yeah, the scouting report in the Timber Creek Falcons brought to you by Impact Health Sharing of Fort Worth. Falcons 17-9 overall in the season, 6-4 in District 4 6A, sitting tied for second place. Led by head coach Chuck Wells in his fourth year as a head coach with the Falcons. Comes in with over 300 career wins dating back to his time at Richland. He also coaches third base for the Falcons, while longtime assistant Santos Casillas coaches first base. Looking at some of the team numbers for the Falcons, average a .291 batting average with 5 home runs, 103 RBIs, 32 doubles, 5 triples. Timber Creek stolen 86 out of 100 bases, 86%.
86 is great.
A team on base of 387, a slugging of 379. They struck out 123 times as an offense and walked 79. On average, their scores, Timber Creek wins by about a score of 4.8 to 3.3 runs allowed. And looking at some of the individuals in the lineup, leading off a junior second baseman in Blake Lopez. He hits .302. But the two big names in the middle of the lineup, batting third, senior center fielder Tyler Goins, a .386 average, a .500 OB, and 20 RBIs. And Zach Wonarek behind him.
Four-year starter, Zach.
Yeah, the senior batting cleanup, playing shortstop. Last time we saw the Falcons, he was playing first base. He does it all. .365 average with 2 home runs, 18 RBIs.
He's a great shortstop.
And 6 doubles. And as we can't forget, right behind him, the one lefty in the Timber Creek lineup, Rain Rojas, the sophomore right fielder.
I call him the superstar.
And he has a pair of home runs, a .293 average, 12 RBIs, and a high .466 slugging percentage for Timber Creek. And also out in the outfield, the senior left fielder Aiden Loomis. You have to touch on him. He's batting 9th. He's stolen 30 bases this year in 33 tries.
What's going on there, Chuck Wells? You got a guy that's had 30 stolen bases, batting 9th. We'll figure that out later. We'll ask him in the post-game show. He knows what he's doing, by the way, folks.
Yeah, and then on the Creek defense, the junior right-handed pitcher on the mound, that's Joey Hilton. He's 6-0 with a 1.588 ERA. He's pitched 34 innings with 49 strikeouts, 25 walks, and a 1.147 whip. I mean, he stands at 6'5", 235 pounds, a really big player who features a high fastball, 88 to 91 miles per hour, curveball, cutter, and a changeup. And that has been a look at the Timber Creek Falcons.
49 strikeouts in 34 innings is impressive. We'll be back with more of the State Farm agent, Earl Wood of Fort Worth pregame show, and I'll be talking about the Keller Indians. And that interview is brought to you by State Farm agent Earl Wood of Fort Worth. Back after this.
When faced with a life cycle event such as getting married, having a baby, buying a home or car, planning for retirement, or planning for college, Fort Worth State Farm agent Earl Wood has products and knowledge to help. Earl's office is at 2900 South Hewland, Suite 50 in Fort Worth. Details online at earlwood.biz. That's earlwood.biz. State Farm is for life.
This commercial isn't about us. It's about you. It's about you and your first sip of your jalapeno margarita. It's about you and the fresh avocado and your shrimp ceviche. You and your family enjoying a good meal and good company. Celebrating with your closest friends, making a toast to a good year. Dessert, your favorite, Cinco Leches. When it's about you, you know you're at the right place. Make your reservation. Make it about you. Make it Macero.
Wasps buzzing in your backyard? Spiders and ants taking over your kitchen? Rodents planning a housewarming party in your attic? not on our watch. Alliance Pest keeps pests out and your home safe.
Welcome back to Keller, everyone. John Frow here. Well, the Keller Indians are having a sensational 26 season, 25-2-2. Rob Stramp, the head coach, he has about 780 career victories. He's heading toward his 25th season in the playoffs. They've already clinched that. So big things ahead for the Keller Indians. Offensively, they're hitting .330 at the plate, 16 home runs, led by Cole Kenninger with 6, Logan Brown with 5. 196 RBIs, 55 doubles, 9 triples, 73 of 81 for a 90% stolen base percentage, only 40 strikeouts, and 146 walks. These Indians, led by Cole Kenninger with 14, Brock Burkett 21, Logan Brown 21. They've got a really good eye at the plate. The leading hitter pretty much is Cole Kenninger at the top. The senior today he's pitching. He'll be playing shortstop in the morning tomorrow. 442, 6 homers, 21 RBIs. Incomparable. Max Segura batting third, the senior second baseman, having a sensational season. .333, a homer, 21 RBIs. And Logan Brown, Hollywood Brown, hitting cleanup, the senior first baseman. He also pitches, hitting .433, 5 homers, 33 RBIs. 3 doubles, 2 triples, 3 of 5 stolen bases. The Indians have got it all. They average 7.9 runs per game and only give up 2. That's a huge margin. And hitting-wise, OB, 449 on the year, and in slugging, 491. This is hard to beat combination. Cole Kenninger, the senior right-hander, will start this game. He is 4-1, a 1.615 ERA, 26 innings pitched, 48 strikeouts. Only 11 base on balls, a whip of 0.962. The only knock on Cole, sometimes he doesn't make the whole game. But behind him coming in, Brenden, the relievers in this game will be, go ahead and give them for Keller.
Yeah, often we see senior pitcher Carson Seiper and Cameron Ireland, who's been a third starter and a bullpen guy. Really nice extra piece.
And tomorrow's game, too, who do we think might pitch for Keller, Brenden?
Slated to be Connor Davenport.
He had a good outing his last one. They did lose 2-1, but he did a great job, went 7 innings. And that's pretty much a look at the Keller Indians. They're just everything you look at. Their ERA, team ERA, .176. The team ERA for Creek is 3.789. So Keller's got it on Creek in many ways, but like I said, don't count Creek out. They are scrappy. They've got a good ball club. That's the scouting report on Keller. We'll be back with more and the national anthem after this timeout.
Fort Worth State Farm agent Earl Wood offers the State Farm Steer Clear Young Drivers Program. The Steer Clear Awareness Program is for drivers under the age of 25 and is designed to reinforce the fundamentals of driving. You can contact Earl Woods in Fort Worth at 817-922-9300. Details available online at earlwood.biz. That's earlwood.biz. State Farm is for life.
We leave a lot of things to chance. But more and more people are feeling that same uncertainty when it comes to healthcare. 1 in 3 Americans are skipping meals to afford care, and 36% are delaying or not getting the care they need. Thousands across the nation are switching to Impact for a smarter, simpler healthcare option that's more aligned with their values and budgets. To get your free custom quote in seconds, go to savewithimpact.com. That's savewithimpact.com to see what you could be saving.
Founded in 2017, JR's Barbecue and More at 121 Roof Snow Drive in Keller provides a taste above the rest. Breakfast tacos and delicious barbecue to HOA and neighborhood events, weddings, graduation, and family celebrations. Owners JR and Vanessa Herrera proudly support the Keller ISD student athletes. Call JR's Barbecue and More at 682-593-0892 for catering to your next event. And check us out on Facebook at JR's Barbecue and More.
Welcome back to the State Farm agent Earl Wood of Fort Worth pregame show. Brenden, let's take a look at the starters for both teams.
our starting lineups, and we'll start with the visiting Timber Creek Falcons. Warming up in the purple jerseys and gray pants. Leading off, junior second baseman Blake Lopez. Hitting second and catching, senior Jackson Bass. Tyler Goins bats third. The senior plays center field. Another senior batting fourth and playing shortstop, Zach Winterek. Hitting fifth, sophomore right fielder Rain Rojas. Batting sixth and DHing, the junior Hudson Howard. Hitting seventh, playing first base, James Serio. He's a senior. A sophomore at third base, and Gavin Dunson hitting eighth. The ninth place hitter, Aiden Loomis, the senior, out in left field. And again, the pitcher, Joey Hilton, the junior, 6'4", 235 pounds, 6-0 with a 1.588 ERA in 34 innings. Pitched with 49 strikeouts, 25 walks, and a 1.147 whip. And now the starting lineup for the Keller Indians. They'll bat in the bottom half of the first inning. Leading off and pitching, the senior leader, Cole Kinniger. Batting second, senior center fielder, that's Brock Burkett. Senior second baseman, Max Segura, hits third, followed by cleanup hitter Logan Brown, the senior at first base. A junior third baseman hitting fifth, Jaden Moeller. Carson Leslie, the senior right fielder, hits sixth. Batting seventh and DHing, sophomore Maddox McCrary. In the 8-hole, playing shortstop, senior Bodie Davis. Hitting ninth, junior Trey Boggess out in left field, staying in the lineup. The junior plays in left and hits from the left side. And junior Dane Hart is behind the plate catching. Dane is being DH'd for by Maddox McCrary, so Dane will not be batting unless randomly upon an inning, Coach Stramp decides to use him as a hitter in a situation. But he'll be hit for by Maddox McCrary. And the pitcher for the Indians tonight, Friday night starter all season long, Cole Kinniger. 4-1 with a 1.615 ERA. He's worked 26 innings with 48 strikeouts, almost 2 strikeouts an inning, 11 walks, and a .962 whip. For Cole, we picked up the win against Byron Nelson last Thursday. The game was played on Thursday instead of Friday due to Good Friday. Now that's been our starting lineups, brought to you by Impact Health Sharing of DFW. We'll tease some keys to victory and go more in depth about them later. I'm thinking for Timber Creek, the Falcons, you're not going to win a shootout with Keller. You don't want to get into a high run game. You want a low scoring, sloppy, 1-0, 2-1, 3-2 kind of ball game where all you need at the end of the game is maybe a bounce or two to go your way. And for the Falcons to even get there, be disciplined at the plate. Keller's pitching strikes out a lot of hitters. Keller pitching with 235 strikeouts as a team and 183 innings. So you have to have at-bats that put runners on base, and such an aggressive base-stealing team in the Falcons, 86 of them on the year and 100 tries. They could put a lot of pressure on the not as experienced junior catcher Dane Hart behind the plate. And before we get deeper into our introductions, we'll take another timeout in the State Farm Agent Earlwood pregame show. When we come back, our national anthem, our umpires, weather, ballpark dimensions, and more, getting ready for first pitch between the Indians and the Falcons on the Millennium Sports Network.
When you bundle home and auto, good things can happen. You get a local agent who can help you choose the right coverage for you at a price that's right for you.
Call State Farm Agent Earl Wood in Fort Worth today.
This commercial isn't about us. It's about you. It's about you and your first sip of your jalapeno margarita. It's about you and the fresh avocado and your shrimp ceviche. You and your family enjoying a good meal and good company. Celebrating with your closest friends, making a toast to a good year. Dessert, your favorite, Cinco Leches. When it's about you, you know you're at the right place. Make your reservation. Make it about you. Make it Macero.
Millennium Sports hopes you enjoy our presentation of UIL Bright Lights Baseball. If your business, family, church, or school organization wish to sponsor our broadcasts, contact John Frow, president of Millennium Sports, at 214-642-7003 or email jmfro@att.net. Enjoy the game.
Our dimensions here at Indians Field in Keller, 315 feet down the right and left field lines, 345 into the power alleys, and 370 to dead center. Our umpires out of the Alliance chapter behind home plates. That is Daniel Wright. Daniel was in the field for the JV game prior to this, where the Indians JV team won by a score of 9-2 over the Falcons. Had a first inning grand slam in that contest. And our field umpire is Jeff Hull. The weather is currently 78 degrees, feels like 80 degrees. It will drop down to about 73 degrees come the end of the game, and about 9 to 12 mile per hour winds coming from the northwest.
Actually, the northeast, Brenden. It looks like with the flag in center field. Regardless, it's going to be a pretty darn good position in game tonight. I noticed Creek is really fired up. Did you notice that down there?
Yeah, no, we're getting a full house filling in. I mean, why shouldn't they? Creek's proven that they won districts just 2 years ago.
2 years ago. Want to welcome back Rick Snow, our videographer, is here tonight with us. Hello, Rick. Does a great job. And I'm pumped for this series. I think we've covered all the bases. Both teams are outstanding. Maybe a slight advantage to Keller, but we say it all the time. Don't count Creek out. Chuck Wells, I've known him for many years. He's a great motivator.
When you play Timber Creek, I remember we had a game here a couple of years ago. Creek won it in the 8th inning thanks to a controversial home run down the line that some say was foul, some was fair. That came at the top of the 8th inning. It was like a 2-1 ball game at the end.
That's how they won district.
Yeah, they just always play these games that come down to feet and inches.
Tomorrow's game will be a big one, too. You're watching and listening to Millennium Sports, DFW.com, our new website. From now on, you don't need a link. Just go to Millennium Sports, DFW.com, and you'll have the game. Hope you're enjoying it right now. This is John Frow and Brenden Snow. The coaches out talking over their umpires. Daniel Wright behind home plate out of Alliance chapter, and Jeff Hull on the bases. And we're just about ready to go.
Young men from both teams playing on this field tonight. The Keller Youth Association was the starting point for their baseball career. KYA is a nonprofit organization ran by an all-volunteer board whose mission is to help.
I think we're going to have a first pitch, Brenden.
Through participation in organized sports. Tonight we are proud to welcome a couple of KYA
youth members,
baseball players, and future Keller.
It's a playoff atmosphere here tonight.
On the field is Lawson Lesman. Lawson is a 5-year-old kindergarten student.
A 5-year-old going to throw at the first pitch.
Yeah, staying part of the KYA, Keller Youth Association baseball league around here.
KYA.
I played KYA many moons ago.
Uh-oh. He admits it. Brenden went to Timber Creek High School, too, everybody.
I touch them all. My brother, a Keller High graduate.
Owen is a 6-year-old kindergarten student at Keller Harville Elementary.
Look at this throw out, a dual throw out.
And his favorite players are his cousins, Calvin and Kobe Hare. When Owen grows up, he wants to be a professional athlete and dad. Tonight's senior catchers are Lawson's uncle Jackson Singh and Brock Burns. Thank you, Lawson and Owen, for being with us tonight and participating in this special night recognizing the Keller Youth Association. Boys, the mound now is yours. Fire away when ready. boys. Let's go all AYA future Indians here tonight. We wish you best of luck in the coming season.
I'm pumped up, Brenden. This is the biggest game of the year for Keller. They had a couple big ones we did 2 weeks ago against Byron Nelson, but
Yeah, Keller.
we have so many friends, Coach Wells and others over at Timber Creek. This makes it like a homecoming for them.
Starting lineup for Timber Creek. Batting first, the second baseman, number 9, Blake Lopez. Batting second, the catcher, number 3, Jackson Bass. Batting third, the center fielder, number 7, Tyler Gowen. Batting fourth, the shortstop, number 22.
Keys to victory, Brenden. Let's talk about it. Chuck Wells says they're going to kick Keller in the teeth when they start the game. They want to get a lead and put the pressure on Keller. Keller's got Cole Kenninger on the mound. I don't think that's going to happen the first inning, but we'll see. And Keller's got dynamic hitting. What's their fielding percentage? You can get it there. We haven't even talked about their fielding this year. It's rare when they make an error.
Yeah, 18 errors on the year, a 97.5% fielding percentage.
How about that? We have that on the same stat on.
Yeah, the Creek boys with 23 team errors, 95.9%. So advantage to the Indians by about 2%.
They beat the Indians by 2%.
Advantage Indians, 2%.
Okay. Now the starters for Keller to be introduced.
Starting lineup for your Keller Indians. Batting second tonight, playing center field, number 1,
Brock Burkett,
and the third spot,
great quarterback in the Indians football team. Max Segura hitting 333 heading out.
27,
Logan Hollywood, downtown Brown.
third baseman, number 4, Jaden Moeller.
Jaden Moeller.
And the 6th tonight, playing right field, number 11,
Carson Leslie.
Batting 7 for Kellers.
We talked about
24.
the one change tonight is in left field, Brenden. Did we go over that?
Yeah, talked about Trey Boggs out there. We've only seen him at first the past couple times. Listed as a utility player on the roster.
Trey.
Well, Kenninger headed to Tennessee. He had 3 of the best plays I've ever seen by a high school shortstop against Trinity last Saturday. All 3 of them were major league plays. Who says that he won't be drafted to play shortstop, this pitcher?
As we honor American those who serve their country and our armed forces. Singing tonight's national anthem at home plate is Joyce Elcare. Joyce is a dance master with the varsity show choir. Life Cage choir. Take it away, Joyce.
You see, Babylon's glory once so proudly we held, that was when eyes last gleam. What was rose for eyes and bright suns through the perilous skies, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streamed, and broken
The home of the brave, singular. Here we go. Our umpires behind home plate. Daniel Wright out on the bases. Jeff Hull. Cole Kenninger is warming up. About 6'4" tall, a little over 200 pounds. Good looking young man. Behind the plate is Dane Hart. He's subbing for Mr. Who is it? He's playing for
Trevor Summerall.
Trevor Summerall at first. Logan Brown, Max Segur at second. Bodie Davis at short. Jaden Moeller at third. Trey Bogus at left. Brock Burkett in center, and Carson Leslie in right field. The New York Yankee pinstripes. The Keller Indians.
Yeah, touched on Cole earlier. His pitches, high fastball, low in kind of 91, 92, touches up 96, 97 miles per hour, along with a changeup, curveball, and a slider. And we've seen him use all four pitches really well. Really mixes them, but definitely relies on the fastball first.
The knock on Cole is sometimes he strikes out three batters in a row. The next two up, he walks them. No one can figure that out because he's a solid pitcher, but a lot of it has to do with he can get his curveball over. If he gets his curveball over, he's deadly. Watch him warm up right now. Let's see if he throws a curve. Yeah, that was a drop, actually. Slider type pitch.
But definitely, you've mentioned a couple times, the atmosphere here, these two teams, they're two of the closest teams direction-wise, physically. High school's just right down the road from each other. A lot of these kids play together over the summer in all kinds of leagues. It always makes it for a little more fun when it's personal.
Yeah, Coach Stramp says that Dane Hart has a great arm behind home plate. He's erased 6 batters in 15 attempts. Here's Blake Lopez coming up. The junior hitting .302 with 6 RBIs, 3 triples. And the first pitch of the game by Cole. We're underway. Right down the middle, but high. Ball 1. Now, you'll hear a yell every time there's a ball out there. Everyone, ball 2, on the Keller bench, on the Keller Timber Creek bench yells ball when the pitch is thrown and it's a ball. 2-0 from Cole. Outside edge at the letters, strike 1. The 2-1. Right down the middle of the highway, swing and a miss. Over 90 miles an hour on that fastball. Sometimes he gets up to 96.
Yeah, as a hitter, even you get in a hitter's count, 2-1, you know the fastball's coming, but it's still too much.
Jackson Bass is on deck, then Tyler Goins. Swing and a miss. He struck him out.
Using that slider after a couple of fastballs to set up Blake Lopez.
Comes by and says something to Jackson Bass. The senior catcher coming up hitting .298 from the right side. Over at third base, Chuck Wells coaching at first. Santos Casillas. 1 out, nobody on, top of the first. Cole Kenninger with the pitch. Up high for a ball. One and 0 to Jackson Bass. Outfield straight away. Pitch home. Right down the middle of the turnpike at the waist. Strike 1.
Jackson Bass, also a tight end on the Falcons football team this past year.
They had a tough season, but the baseballers are making up for it. Here's the 1-1. Check swing. Strike 2. What would you call that pitch? A curveball?
Yeah, that was a curve that definitely had Jackson Bass way out in front. Thought it was a fastball out of the hands.
2 balls and a strike to Jackson Bass. Infield pretty deep all the way around for Keller. The pitch home. Little nubber up the first baseline. Foul territory. You want to explain why there's 2 bases at first this year, Brenden, instead of 1?
Yeah, they've added the safety bag on the outside of the first base bag in foul territory. That's for the runner, so they can step on the bag and not have to worry about collisions at first.
The count, what do we got, 2-2?
1-2.
1-2 to Jackson Bass. The pitch, away, ball 2. That was probably 95 miles an hour, that pitch. Cole has a sign from catcher Dane Hart. Here it comes. Line drive, right field, a little shallow, but coming on, making a nice catch, Carson Leslie. Tyler Goins coming up, the junior center fielder, or is that left fielder?
Center.
And he had a great year at the plate. 386, 20 RBIs. Pitch popped up at a play to the right. Maybe playable in right field by Carson Leslie. He made the catch just before the fence. 3 up, 3 down in the top of the first. We'll head to the bottom of the first with the Indians bringing Cole Koninger, Brock Burkett, and Max Segura up. You're listening to Millennium Sports presentation of Timber Creek Keller Indians baseball. Back after this.
That would be the range that you would pay for your family of 6.
Wow, that's great.
Go to savewithimpact.com. So the lowest is what?
$73
Compared to
like 2,000.
2,000.
That's actually crazy.
So standard rate $130.
$130 a month. Now what I want you to do is go ahead and put 3+ for your daughters.
Oh, that's a lot cheaper.
Were you expecting that?
No, not at all.
So it's called Healthcare Sharing, and Impact Health Sharing is our company, and we're just trying to spread the word that there's an alternative for people.
Joey Hilton out warming up. What year is Joey?
Junior.
A junior. He's having a great season. 6-0, 1.58 ERA, 34 innings pitched, 49 strikeouts, only 24 walks, 1.147 whip. Behind the plate, Jackson Bass. Bass on his, how's he done in throwing runners out? You can look for that real quick. James Serio at first, Blake Lopez second, Rain Rojas in right, Gavin Dunstan at third, Zach Wanarak at short, and Aiden Loomis in left. What's his numbers on that?
Jackson has thrown out 6 of 24.
Not the best.
About 25%.
But the thing is, your pitchers have a lot to do with stolen bases. If they don't hold the runner, there's a big advantage. It's hard for a runner, a catcher, to throw somebody out when you're behind the 8 ball.
Yeah, and keep an eye on both these catchers. They do like to throw down behind the runners, down the first base when they're the runner on. Try to back pick.
I've seen a lot of bat picking this year in this 4-6-8, more than before.
I definitely think Keller knows that. Such an aggressive base running team in the Falcons. 100 stolen base attempts this season. So we're looking for it. For Joey Hilton, touched on his pitches earlier, but again, the fastball fits high 80s, 88 to 91. Curveball, a cut fastball, and a changeup.
Thank you, Rebecca. Back at home base, giving us a lead up. Here is Cole hitting 442, 6 homers, 21 RBIs. In from the right side, the infield deep all the way around as the outfield is. The pitch. Fastball away and swung on and fouled off. That was a good pitch by pitcher Joey Hilton to start the game.
Yeah, I'm always surprised when pitchers are throwing first pitch strikes to Cole Koninger because he is so aggressive on the first pitch, looking to drive out.
But actually this year he's not swinging as much. Last year, Brenden, you're right, he swung every pitch at first, but I've been watching it lately. But he went for that one and couldn't come up with it. Brock Burkett is on deck, then Max Segura. The 0-1. Curveball popped up out of play to the right. Now in the last series the Indians were in against Euless Trinity, Cole was really seeing the ball well. Here comes the 0-2 from Joey. Away.
He had a home run in the game on Tuesday against Trinity, and the whole ballpark just kind of feel it coming. You knew as one of those at-bats, he was in control.
1-2 to Cole. We're in a scoreless game, bottom of the first. No outs, the pitch. Outside. Two the count to Cole. Zach Winterreck shaded to his left toward the second base bag just a bit. He's on the edge of the outfield grass. The pitch home. Curveball hit right at him. Zach Winterreck comes up with it, throws the first, and retires. Cole Kenninger. He knew where that ball was coming, Brenden.
Yeah, well positioned beforehand, and it's just always cool when one kind of shortstop hits to another. The counter positions. Nice play by Zach.
With one out, Brock Burkett coming up. The senior center fielder hitting .346, a homer and 16 RBIs. Comes from the left side. Outfield pretty true. I've seen Brock get base hit against Trinity right down the third baseline. Here's a pitch from Joey. Hit up the middle, could drop. And great play by Tyler Goins in center field to retire Brock Burkett on that line drive. Wow.
Yeah, Tyler, he has great speed. He has 25 stolen bases himself on offense. Covers a lot of ground out there. I think he almost overran it. He kind of caught that one in his palm.
Center fielder to center fielder. Here is Max Segura hitting .333, a homer, 21 RBIs for the senior second baseman. He's in there and he's ready. The pitch by Joey. Popped up, out of play, a little high, out of the strike zone. 1-0 to Max. Logan Brown on deck if needed. Down the third baseline, Gavin Dunston is right on the line almost and deep behind the bag. The 1-0. Line drive, soft one to first base. And that retires Max Segura over there to James Serio. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. After a full inning, we're scoreless in Keller. Creek Boys Indians baseball continues after this timeout.
A minor accident can turn into a hassle. Fort Worth State Farm agent Earl Wood offers auto insurance with a combination of service, price, and protection. Earl's office is at 2900 South Hewland, Suite 50 in Fort Worth. Details: Fort Worth State Farm agent Earl Wood. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
While back at Keller, Cole's taking his warm-up pitches. Coming up, Zach Winterreck, Rain Rojas, and Hudson Howard.
And just a 12-pitch first inning for Cole Kenninger. Taking care of the Falcons in order 1, 2, 3. And that's always a big step if we're going to go deep in a ball game. You have to have a couple of innings like that. Just
how many did Joey have?
Joey had just 8.
He's even better. Zach Winterreck steps in, a 4-year starter for Chuck Wills, hitting .365, 2 homers, 18 RBIs. Cole's pitch. Low and away, ball 1. Good eye by Zach. The 1-0 on the way, outside corner at the knees for a strike. Zach's a really good hitter, and he's consistent. He's not a streaky hitter. He evens it out. The 1-1 popped up to the right, out of play. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
And Zach is committed to Amarillo College.
Amarillo, as Tony would say. The 1-2 from Cole on the way. Curveball fouled off to the right.
Think about Cole Kenninger's curveball. He never puts in a bad spot.
Here's the pitch. Low and away. No, but sometimes he doesn't hit the strike zone.
Right. If he misses, he misses. But he doesn't miss over the plate.
Exactly. Just like you're saying. 2-2 the count to Zach. Out in center field, Brock Burkett in the Lines up in the right center, and the pitch is fouled off out of play. Over at second base, Max Segura is on the edge of the outfield grass. The pitch home. Top, right back, and the throw to first just in time from Cole as he raced over there to retire Zach Winterick. And here's his sophomore right fielder, Rain Rojas, hitting .293, 2 homers, 12 RBIs. I call him the superstar. He hits from the left side. Watch this kid. He's got a great future ahead of him. Steps in. He's ready, and Cole's ready. Cole kicks and deals. Popped up out of play to the left, a fastball. Man, we got a standing room only crowd here now. If you get a chance, Rick, pan it, but not right now. Standing room only at Keller. Rain Rojas with an 0-1 count. Lines it into right center field deep. That's extra bases. Going into to second, it's a close throw, but he's in there. He is a line drive hitter. He's hit many balls to the wall this year that didn't go out. He hit that one the top half of the ball, and he gets a double.
Yeah, shocking enough, his first double of the year. Did have a couple of triples and home runs. As you said, hits them so hard to the wall. Such a effortless, fluid swing as is our crowd. Packed house on the Keller side and as well on the Creek side.
So Rain Rojas is in at second base in scoring position. Here's Hudson Howard hitting .233, the junior. And the pitch. Swing and a miss at a fastball, a little outside the zone. It worked. 0-1 on Hudson Howard. James Serio is on deck. Phil Kenninger's pitch. Ball up high as Hudson Howard kind of squared like he's going to bunt and let the pitch go by. Lots of room between shortstop Bodie Davis and over at third at Jackson Jaden Moeller. The 1-1. Line drive to the right. Taken. Go to second. No. Almost doubled up. Rojas. So 2 outs. And this is critical for Creek. They need to get this run in.
Yeah. How many opportunities are you going to have running the scoring position? 1 or fewer outs.
James Serio hitting a .185 is at the plate. The senior first baseman from the right side. Scoreless, 2 outs. Top of the second. The pitch. Oh, beautiful at the belt. Outside edge. Strike 1. That was a nice catch, by the way, by Max Segura. He timed his leap perfectly. The 0-1 by Cole. Good golly molly. Strike 2. The break on that pitch was incredible, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's what I just mentioned. It's so hard when the guy throws a 94-mile-per-hour fastball at you and then an 82-mile-per-hour curve.
0-2 to James Serio. Cole looks to second, comes home. Same pitch, strike 3. No runs. 1 hit. No errors and a runner left after an inning and a half. Scoreless. Coming up in the bottom of the second for the Indians, Logan Brown, Jaden Moeller, and Carson Leslie. 4, 5, and 6 after this on the Millennium Sports Network.
This commercial isn't about us. It's about you. It's about you and your first sip of your jalapeno margarita. It's about you and the fresh avocado and your shrimp ceviche. You and your family enjoying a good meal and good company. Celebrating with your closest friends, making a toast to a good year. Dessert, your favorite, Cinco Leches. When it's about you, you know you're at the right place. Make your reservation. Make it about you. Make it Macero.
Millennium Sports and the Keller Indians and Timber Creek Falcons wish to thank our broadcast sponsors: Impact Health Sharing, save up to 50% versus insurance; State Farm agent Earl Wood of Fort Worth; Macero Mexican Restaurant of South Lake; JR's Barbecue and More of Keller; Alliance Pest Control of Keller; and author James C. Bivens' book, Walking Through the Valley of Grief, available now on Amazon.
We're going to look at some other scores tonight, by the way. Don't forget, everybody.
Yeah, on slate we have Byron Nelson at Northwest, South Lake at LD Bell, and Trinity at Eaton.
Trinity at Eaton is a big series. Well, both those teams kind of tied at second place, aren't they? Close to it.
Yeah, Eaton's in the 5th spot right now, outside looking in.
Okay, here's Logan Brown hitting .433 to senior first baseman for the Indians. 5 homers, 33 RBIs on the right side. It was 3 up, 3 down for starter Joey Hilton in the first. Joey has a sign from catcher Jackson Bass. And here's the pitch. Outside, but swung on, strike one. I think we're having some more rain, Brenden.
There are sporadic drops here and there.
Just enough to mess up our score sheets. We're sitting in the open. The 0-1, low and away for a called strike. That one was out the outside corner of Abilene, I thought. 0-2 Logan Brown. The pitch, outside. The outfielders are playing pretty shallow. Aiden Loomis in left and Tyler Goins in center field. A little bit deeper in right is Rain Rojas. Joey Hilton with the 1-2 pitch. Swung on and fouled off.
And surprised to see the outfield playing as shallow as they are with Logan's power. 5 home runs, 3 doubles, 2 triples.
Back to the plate for Logan. 1-2 count. The pitch home. Up high, but fouled off.
Of course, Logan heading the University of Houston, future Cougar.
The 1-2 again by Joey. Curveball hit hard on the ground toward Blake Lopez at second. The throw to first in time. Jaden Moeller coming in, a junior third baseman, hitting .294 with 19 RBIs. Joey Hilton arguably is the best pitcher on the staff for Creek, doing well in this game. Kicks and deals. Lined out a play to the right. Oh, 1 to Jaden. Steps out for a moment. Over at third, Gavin Dunston is behind the bag. The pitch home. Check swing. Strike 2. I don't know if that was a swinging strike or it sure didn't look like it was in the zone.
With no appeal down, makes me think it was a called strike.
0-2 on Jaden Moeller. The pitch home. Outside. You know, Joey Hilton really has shown really good control so far in this game. Pitch home. Hit hard, but it's right toward the shortstop, Zach Winterek. He lets it go through E6. That's one of those balls you're waiting on it to bounce. It doesn't. It just rolls underneath your glove.
Yeah, but you're always scared waiting too long because the more bounces there are, the more something like that can happen. And so it happened to Zach there, just bounced right over the lip of his glove.
Carson Leslie is in the to hit. The senior right fielder hitting .315, 1 homer, 23 RBIs. At first, Jaden Moeller, 2 of 3 on stolen bases. Not a big threat to go. At the belt, Joey Hilton. The pitch home. Popped up, out of play. Was this the first base runner of the game for Keller? Lots of room between First baseman James Sirion, Blake Lopez at second. Hilton is set. Brings it up high.
This is that part of the Keller lineup where the Indians really want to make noise and go deep in the playoffs. These extra hitters, 5, 6, 7, 8, have to come through consistently.
Yes. And 1-1 to Carson Leslie. The offering. Way inside, gets away from catcher Jackson Bass. I'm going to call that a wild pitch. So a runner in scoring position for Keller with 1 out in the bottom of the second. Maddox McCurry on deck. And then Bodie Davison needed in the 7 and 8 spots. 2-1 the count. Carson Leslie. Joey Hilton at the belt. Looks to second. Here we go. Inside pitch. Curbo did not turn over enough, so it's 3-1 now. Three and 1 to Carson Leslie. Down at second, Jaden Moeller. Hit right up the middle. Could be a base hit. It is. Will the runner score? They're waving him around. The throw home by Rain Rojas. It's great. Too late. Indians. RBI single for Carson Leslie. There you go. That's that hitting you're talking about, Brenden. I was talking to Rob Stramp about it. I said these kids in this part of the order need to produce, and there's one that just did it.
Yeah, nice RBI single up the middle. I thought Ty Goins, if he get a better throw, might have had a chance on such a not deep ball in the center field, but was cut off by the first baseman.
McCreary is .318 at the plate from the left side on the year. Waggles the bat, the pitch. Popped up, out of play. One to nothing Indians. 2 outs. Or is it 1 out? It's 1 out. 1 out, actually 1 out. The pitch. Hit between second and first to the second baseman. And beating the throw is Maddox McCreary. That's an infield hit.
Yeah.
There you go. That's that shake and bake group we talked about. Bodie Davis. Let's go, Bodie!
Yeah, these Indians aren't hitting the ball very hard, but they're moving runners, scoring runs.
Bodie's hitting .297, a homer, and 23 RBIs. 1 out. Runners on first and second. 1 to nothing Keller. The pitch by Joey. Hit right back to Joey. Goes to second. Wanarack over to first. Double play. That's the way you stop a rally right there.
1-6-3.
No runs, 2 hits. 1 error. Pair left. Was there 1 left?
1 left.
1 left. 1 to nothing Keller after 2 complete. Back with Keller Indians and Timber Creek boys after this.
Founded in 2017, JR's Barbecue and More at 121 Roof Snow Drive in Keller provides a taste above the rest. Breakfast tacos and delicious barbecue to HOA and neighborhood events, weddings, graduation, and family celebrations. Owners JR and Vanessa Herrera proudly support the Keller ISD student athletes. Call JR's Barbecue and More at 682-593-0892 for catering to your next event. And check us out on Facebook at JR's Barbecue and More.
John Frow and Brenden Snow back at Keller. Can we get a score on that key game that we're talking about there, Brenden?
Yeah, it's Trinity and VR Eaton, and we do have a score. VR Eaton up 2-1 in the bottom of the second.
Here's Gavin Dunston hitting .204. Sophomore third baseman hits it hard down the third baseline, but foul. Aiden Loomis coming up after that, and then at the top to Blake Lopez.
For Gavin Dunstan, one of two sophomores in this Creek starting lineup, so some youth for Chuck Wells.
0-1. Cole Kenninger with the sign and the pitch. Low. Ball got away from catcher Dane Harp, and nobody on base, so no harm, no foul. Outfield straight away, but pretty shallow all the way around. The 1-0 pitch from Cole. Just misses a curveball. A lot of people are going to complain about that one. Thank you. The pitch in there for a strike. 2-2 as our hamburgers are delivered from the press box, Brenden.
Only the best at Keller.
The 2-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. Third strikeouts for Cole through 2 1/3 innings. Aiden Loomis, he's a great player. He's a senior, not very big, but he's a left fielder hitting 284 with 5 RBIs. He can move.
Yeah, this is just 5'5", 145.
On deck, Blake Lopez. The pitch home. Low and away. Hard to get a pitch low on Aiden. He's very compact. Fastball down low for a called strike. It's hard to get it any lower than that on Aiden unless you hit the ground with the ball. The pitch home on the 1-1 popped up to the right side, out of play.
Of course, Aiden played football for the Falcons. He was a receiver as well as his brother Chase Loomis, who's also on the team as well, another speedy outfielder the Falcons will use.
1-2 the count. The pitch swung on and missed, but pops out in front of home plate. Throw to first is late. And they were looking to see if that ball was in play, Brenden. They should have just gone to first.
Yeah, even Aiden Loomis was looking back as he was jogging down the line.
What do you call that, an E?
So it goes on the catcher.
That's a strikeout.
And Dane Hart slipped as well when getting out of his stance and corralling the
See if they make it an E out there, but it was a strikeout. Plate umpire Daniel Wright's heading out to talk to his umpire mate Jeff Hull about that play. I think they need to bring Loomis back to home plate, I believe. But they're not going to do it, so. Okay, back to the top to Blake Lopez, who struck out to start the game. With 1 out, Keller up 1-0 in the top of the third. Cole Kenninger only had 21 pitches through the first 2 innings. He's good there. Has a sign in the move to first. They almost got him. They got him! Yes, Mamacita. They threw out. They picked Aiden Loomis at first.
Timber Creek head coach Chuck Wells immediately out to talk with Jeff Hull, the plate umpire right there, or the field umpire, that is. But that won't change any minds. Aiden
2 outs. Back to the plate to Blake Lopez. The full wind delivery. A pitch down low, but swung on and missed. Strike 1. The 0-1 pitch from Cole. Misses away. Now, Rob Stramp said he thought Cole might only pitch 70 pitches tonight. He told me that before the game. I don't know where he comes up with that, but Cole went 80-some odd against Euless Trinity. The pitch home. In there at the knees, strike 2. Cole needs 1 strike to get out of the inning. And here comes the pitch. Fouled off. Now that's how you get your computer broke, Brenden.
That's why we are well
way
away.
off. We're right behind home plate in our computer last year.
It was 2 years ago now, yeah.
2 years they threw the ball and broke our screen.
Oh, my eyes flashed right there for a moment.
1-2 the count. Cole Koninger brings it. Misses outside.
Cole always works so quickly.
Pitch. Foul off to the right.
Foul ball lands in the Falcon bullpen.
Right. 2-2 with 2 outs. Keller up 1-0. Cole brings it. Misses up and away.
So it's turned to a good at-bat for Blake Lopez.
The pitch fouled off. Count remains 3-2.
9th pitch of this at-bat on the way. This is how you really work a pitcher in his pitch count. Cole about to throw his 44th pitch of the night.
Yeah, 23rd pitch of the 3rd inning. Three 3-2 the count with 2 outs and nobody on. Top of the 3rd. Stepping out is Blake Lopez. On deck, Jackson Bass, if he can get there. Again, back to 3-2. Cole Koninger, the full wind and pitch. Struck him out. 4 strikeouts through 3 innings for Cole Koninger. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. As we head to the bottom of the 3rd inning, 1-0 Keller Indians, back after this time out on the Millennium Sports Network.
If you or a friend have experienced a significant life loss, get the booklet Walking Through the Valley of Grief by author James C. Bivens. This booklet shares biblical help and is written and designed to help you successfully deal with grief. Walking Through the Valley of Grief is available online at Amazon.com. That's Walking Through the Valley of Grief.
Glad you could join us tonight at MillenniumSportsDFW.com, our new website. No more links. You just go there and we're there. How about that, Brenden?
Yeah, catch us live, find archives.
Through 2 innings, how many pitches for starter Joey Hilton?
26.
He had 18 in the 2nd inning. Gave up a run.
Yeah, could have gone a lot worse in that 2nd inning if he didn't get that double play on Bodie Davis to end it.
Trey Vargas coming up, hitting .269. He's ready from the left side. Trey playing left field tonight. He's ready. Joey Hilton's ready. He brings the pitch. Away, ball 1.
Again, we've been seeing Trey a little bit more. I know he plays first base when Logan pitches.
The 1-0 pitch on the way. Inside, ball 2. Trey hitting .269, but no walks in the young season for him. He's ready from the left side. Waggles the bat. Here's the pitch. Down low, ball 3. Keller could use a runner to start this inning.
Yeah, and if you're a freak, the last thing you want to do is walk a 9th-hole hitter to lead off an inning.
Cole Koninger on deck. The 3-0 pitch by Joey Hilton. Ball 4. First walk of the game. And here comes Cole Koninger. I'd like to know his average with runners in scoring position. I know we've got it somewhere, but we didn't prepare for that. Cole's up there from the right side, meticulously measuring the bat, making sure his hands and knuckles line up. It's a sign of a great hitter. At the belt, Joey Hilton, runner at first, move over to first. And the ball goes out, but not far enough for Trey Bogus to advance. Keller Indians fans chanting ball 5. So the last 4 were balls to Dane Hart. The pitch. Line down the right field line, but foul.
First 2 at-bats, Cole swung fouled off the first pitch.
I feel it. 0-1 to Cole. Joey's ready. Checks the runner. Brings it. Ball in the dirt. Nice block behind home plate by Jackson Bass. That held the runner, Trey Bogus, at first base from advancing. 1-1 the count. Brock Burkett on deck. Then Max Segura. There's no outs in the bottom of the third. The 1-1 pitch. Up high. They're not giving Cole anything to hit, Brenden. They're not walking him, but they're keeping it away from him.
Yeah, no, make him try to make a really nice play. Maybe he hits himself into an ounce.
2-1 the count to Cole. On the mound, Joey Hilton's ready. Here we go, low and away. Oh, no. Going down to second, though, is Trey Bogus. That was called a strike. It was way out of the zone, obviously.
And the base advance came from Jackson Bass. The catcher went to throw it down the first and slipped out of his hands. Rolled to the backstop.
First stolen base this season for Trey. 2-2 the count to Cole. Big slot between Zach Winterek at short and Gavin Dunstead at third. Pitch home. Line, off the heel of the pitcher. Picked up, thrown to first, too late, Wild. And coming in and scoring is Trey Bogus. And it's a base hit for Cole.
9-6 on Zach Winterek. It's a tough play out there.
Not having his best game out there tonight. Brock Burkett's coming up.
And for Trey Bogus.
Dirty Brock.
Trey Bogus almost didn't score on that because he slowed down at third, wasn't watching the ball. He completely stopped at third. And Jared Stafford, third base coach, was screaming, "Go home, go home, go home." They're checking on Joey Hilton after that ball hit him on the comeback or in the foot. They're just making sure that Joey's okay.
Well, I don't think that's a pitching coach out there for Creek. I don't think they're going to go that far with Hilton because they have another game Tuesday night. A couple of weeks ago, they pulled a starter against Southlake, and it hurt them because they're thinking about the game on Tuesday. Brock Burkett coming up. Lined out to left fielder Aiden Loomis in the first inning. 2-0 Keller. Brock's ready from the left side. Over at first, Cole Koninger, 21 stolen bases on 21 attempts. Small lead. The pitch. Right down the middle at the knees. Strike 1. So Cole is 21-21, huh, Brenden?
That's what we got. Brock Burkett with 24 stolen bases to lead the team.
The pitch by Joey Hilton. It's 0-1. Popped up. Left center field. Coming over to make the play is the center fielder, Tyler Goins. Max Segura coming up. He lined out to first baseman James Serio in the first inning.
Both runs for Keller so far in this game, both unearned. Both came after errors.
Max is ready from the right side, hitting .333 coming in. Small lead by Cole at first. My word, that's tiny. Max squares to bunt. There goes Cole. Throw to second. And there goes Cole. The ball got off the shortstop, Zach Winterek's hand. Is that Zach it got off of? No, it's the second baseman, Blake Lopez. I'm going to call that an E2 throwing error. Would you call it that?
Yeah, they're flashing E2 on the board. And that's Cole drew that error by bluffing the steal and drawing the throw down to second.
Back at the plate, Max Segura is ready with a runner in scoring position. Joey Hilton checks the runner. Brings the pitch. Up high for a called strike. Look where Zach is playing at shortstop, how far over Winterek. I know he's going to move before the pitch, but still he's a long ways from the hole, covering the runner. At the belt, Joey Hilton steps off. He almost dropped the ball. Would that be a balk if he stepped off and dropped the ball?
Not if he's off the mound, right?
I guess you're right. 0-1 to Max. Up high with a pitch that, good night, that was a high ball. 2-1. Joey's getting excited and over torquing, Brenden.
Yeah, feels like his pitch is starting to add up here in this bottom of the third.
How many's he got after two? 2-1 pitch. Get that after this pitch. Fouled off out of play to the right.
He's at 26 after two. That was his 40th pitch.
Here we go. 2-2 to Max. He's ready. Waggles the bat. Joey looks to second. Brings it. Great curveball, but a little low. 3-2 to Max. Max has 15 walks on the year. Good eye at the plate.
Yeah, that's a tough pitch to lay off for right there with 2 strikes.
He's ready. Over at third, Gavin Dunston is tight with the bag. The payoff pitch up high. Nice stab by Jackson Bass to keep the ball from going to the backstop. Ball 4, and Logan Brown is up.
Logan Brown with runners on first and second, just 1 out. Logan, the team leader in home runs and RBIs, 5 home runs, 33 runs driven in.
Downtown Hollywood Brown at the plate, hitting .433. Granted at second base, and Blake has in the second. Runners on first and second for Keller. 1 out, up 2-0. Batting bottom of the third to pitch. Swung on and miss up high.
That was Logan looking for the big cut.
Down at short, Zach Winterek is very close to the second base bag. 0-1 to Logan. Logan just had a big, deep breath at the plate, and then he was trying to jack that one out of here, but it's the wrong pitch. The 0-1 pitch by Joey. Outside. 1-1 the count.
Logan also does lead the team with his 26 walks on the year.
The pitch home. Check swing, no. Ball 2. So Cole Kenninger is at second. Brock Burkett, Max Segura rather, is at first. And Logan Brown at the plate with a 1-1 count. And a single here could bust this game open, or an extra base one. 2-1 the count. Joey looks to second, comes home, inside, 3-1. Uh-oh, he's working himself into a big jam now if he walks him. Coming up will be Jaden Moeller next. Not holding the runners, the runner at first, Creek. The 3-1 pitch up and in, he walked him.
Came inside. 3 or 4 straight pitches there at the end. They weren't trying to give him anything he could turn on outside.
And again, the middle part of this lineup is coming up. Has to do something for Keller. I think Chuck Wells is coming out quick. I believe we're going to have a pitching change. We'll keep it here until we determine.
And now with bases loaded and just the 1 out.
He's just talking to him. He's saying, come on, man, get that ball over the plate. You got plenty of good fielders behind you.
Yeah, we know Coach Chuck Wells feels about throwing too many balls. South Lake series a couple weeks ago, Timber Creek blew a multi-run lead late in the last couple innings. Issued 3 or 4 walks in the last 2 innings, a couple hit batters, just big control issue. And we had Coach Wells in the post-game interview, and he harped on that.
Coaching third base for Keller. Jared Stafford at first, Jared Biddy.
Well, now Cody Miller is running at third for Cole Kenninger, the senior outfielder.
Jaden Muller steps in, reached on an error in the second, came around and scored a run. Bases juiced. Innings with a chance to blow this game wide open with 1 out. Joey Hilton kicks and deals. Away. You know, I had a long talk with Chuck Wells about pitchers that can't hit the plate late in games or in pressure situations. He said, John, it's totally different when you're under pressure. Here's the 1-0. Check swing. Call strike. Carson Leslie on deck. He had a single for an RBI his last time up. Jaden's hitting .299 on the year. The Hilton offering. Popped up out of play. Strike 2.
We have bottom of the third inning, 3-1 VR Eaton leads Trinity.
Wow. 1-2 to Jaden. Joey Hilton with the pitch. Popped up fairly deep to Rain Lopez in right field. He makes the catch, and it's a sac fly. Three to nothing, Keller.
Another run for the Indians, 3-0 with 2 outs.
They're saying they left the base too early down there. Here's Carson Leslie making a bid for player of the game. If he could get a single here, he's already knocked in 1 his last time up. 2 outs. Runners on the corners. At the belt, Joey Hilton looks to the second. Nobody's there. Here's the pitch. Up and away for a ball. Why is he looking to second, Brenden? There's nobody there.
Has to be the nerves.
Maddox McCreary on deck. Carson hitting in the 6th spot. The 1-0. Pitch home. Popped off. Really, it was up and in. Probably would have been a ball. 1 ball and 1 strike to Carson. Carson hitting pretty good. 315, a homer, 23 RBIs. He's got 24 now. The 1-1 pitch. Low and away. Oh, no. Called strike. It looked way outside, Brenden. Daniel right behind home plate. 1-2. Scoreboard says 1-1. Here's the pitch. Strike 3. Going down looking. So, for Keller, 2 runs. They have just 1 hit?
Yep.
On 1 hit.
2 errors.
2 errors and 2 left. At the end of 3 complete, Keller 3 and Timber Creek nothing. This is Millennium Sports Bright Lights Game of the Week. Back after this timeout.
Wasps buzzing in your backyard? Spiders and ants taking over your kitchen? Rodents planning a housewarming party in your attic? Not on our watch. Alliance Pest keeps pests out and your home safe.
Millennium Sports hopes you enjoy our presentation of UIL Bright Lights Baseball. If your business, family, church, or school organization wish to sponsor our broadcasts, contact John Frow, president of Millennium Sports, at 214-642-7003 or email jmfro@att.net. Enjoy the game.
Well, we play into the top of the 4th inning, 3-0. Keller Indians on top of Timber Creek Falcons. TC sending 2, 3, and 4 up in the lineup. Jackson Bass, Tyler Goins, and Zach Wennerek out against Cole Kinniger in his 4th inning of work. 44 pitches for Cole through the first 3. Stands ready on the mound. Kicks and deals. Jackson Bass takes a strike on the inside edge at the knees. Bass lined out to right field in the first inning. Carson Leslie made a catch down the line. The 0-1. Chopped up the middle. Snagged by Cole Kinniger himself. Runs the first and underhands it to retire Jackson Bass.
How many pitches through 3 innings, Brenden?
44.
So according to what Stramp said, he only has a couple more innings left. If that's true. He's only allowed 1 hit.
Holds a 3-0 lead. Here's Tyler Goins. So for one, to fly out to right. Takes a curveball high for ball 1. Ty Goins had a ball down the right field line that Carson Leslie caught in foul territory. 1-0. Heater.
Oh, my God. That was way outside. Come on, man.
Ball to strike by Daniel Wright, home plate umpire. 1-1.
Here's the pitch.
Quickly fouled straight back. 1-2. Cole Kinniger ahead of Tyler Goins in the count. Zach Wanarek on deck. Cole's 1-2. Slider missed just outside. Catcher Dane Hart held it for a little extra second longer.
It was outside.
The 2-2 offering. Swinging a foul tip held onto by Dane Hart. Strikeouts.
Well, did you see him throw that ball to third base? When he came out of the crouch to Jaden Muller, he nearly tore his glove off. Rob Stramp said he had a great arm.
5th strikeout for Cole Kinniger. 2 down in the top of the 4th. Here's Zach Wanarek. He grounded out the Cole in the 2nd. A pitch. Smoke missed. Low. Over the plate, but low from ball 1. Quickly, the 1-0. The fastball's 1 hits. Low outside at the knees. Ball and a strike. 1-1. Ooh, a late swing at a high.
Did you see the way that ball broke? Was that a cutter? That ball broke back toward the hitter, almost like a screwball.
That's that kind of two-seam action on your fastball when as a right-hander breaking to a right-hander.
Wow.
The 1-2. There's a big curveball. High fly ball to right field. Carson Leslie draws a beat on it. A few steps back, makes the catch. And that is a 1-2-3 top of the fourth for Cole Kinniger. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on. 3.5 complete from Indians Field at Keller High School. Keller leads Timber Creek 3-0. Due up for the Indians in the bottom of the fourth. 7, 8, 9. Maddox McCrary, Bodie Davis, and Trey Bogus. Indians Falcons 4-6-8 Bright Lights. Baseball continues after this timeout.
We leave a lot of things to chance. But more and more people are feeling that same uncertainty when it comes to healthcare. 1 in 3 Americans are skipping meals to afford care, and 36% are delaying or not getting the care they need. Thousands across the nation are switching to Impact for a smarter, simpler healthcare option that's more aligned with their values and budgets. To get your free custom quote in seconds, go to savewithimpact.com. That's savewithimpact.com to see what you could be saving.
Millennium Sports and the Keller Indians and the Timber Creek Falcons wish to thank our broadcast sponsors. Impact Health Sharing. Save up to 50% versus insurance. State Farm Agent Earl Wood of Fort Worth. Macero Mexican Restaurant of Southlake. JR's Barbecue and More of Keller. Alliance Pest Control of Keller. And author James C. Bivens' book, Walking Through the Valley of Grief. Available on Amazon. Here is Maddox McCrary to lead off the bottom of the fourth for the Indians. The sophomore DH hitting from the left side, had a single in the second inning.
Up 3-0. The Indians want to get a couple more runs, put the pressure on.
Joey Hilton, his 57th pitch, a fastball inside edge at the belt for a strike. Joey works quickly though. 1. That's fastball inside, scoots Maddox back. 1-1. Bodie Davis and Trey Bogus due up also for the Indians. 1-1 popped up, foul territory, third base side, and into the stands for strike 2.
Yeah. Third baseman came up on Jared Stafford, who put his hand up, said, "Watch out. You're going to run into the bag over there. You're running the wall."
A ball and 2 strikes to Maddox McCrary. Joey Hilton's pitch. Hit high fly ball to center field, not very deep. Coming in on it, Tyler Goins a couple steps. Makes the catch. For the first out in the bottom of the fourth. Bodie Davis, senior shortstop hitter. He saw 1 pitch in the second inning, hit into a 1-6-3 inning-ending double play. It's the second at bat against Joey Hilton. The pitch takes a slider low and away for ball 1. Joey quickly with the 1-0. Fastball missed outside. 2-0. Third baseman Gavin Dunson pretty close to the third base bag in tight. Hilton's 2-0. Up and away.
Plate umpire Daniel Wright had a thought about calling that a strike. It was a ball. Started to raise his right hand.
3-0 is the take sign on for Bodie Davis. And ball 4 hits away from catcher Jackson Bass. Fourth walk issued by Joey Hilton.
Number 14, Trey Bogus.
And here's Trey Bogus, who led off the third inning with a walk and came around to score. Thanks to a couple of errors. The left-handed hitting left fielder stands in. Joey now works from the stretch. As well up top, hopping out of his stance to grab it was Jackson Bass for ball 1. Bodie Davis, 6 of 6 on stolen bases on the year. That's a good lead at first. Joey's 1-0. Change up. It's the outside corner. An expanded outside corner for strike one. Joey from the stretch, the 1-1. This with a breaking pitch inside, 2-1. Struggling to find that strike zone now. Is Joey Hilton. James Serio, the first baseman, holding Bodie Davis at first. The 2-1. Way inside, almost hit Trey Vargas. 3-1.
I think Creek better get somebody up in the pen. I think a right-hander is up down there right now.
Three-one offering. And ball 4 missed up high.
To the top of the order now.
Yeah, 2 walk drawn by Trey Bogus out of the 9 slot tonight. And now runners on first and second with 1 out for Cole Kinniger. Cole's 1 for 2 with a single RBI and a ground out.
Cole really hadn't had good pitches to hit tonight. I'm looking for him to hit a big one now.
Nobody holding runner Trey Bogus at first. Blake Lopez holding at second. The pitch. Heater hits outside at the belt for a strike. Oh, 0-1. Cole Kinninger.
Not holding the runner at first.
The 0-1. That's fastball inside, stayed inside.
Now, Trey Bogus may not have great wheels. He's 0 for 1 on stolen bases. Or Bodie Davis, rather. There's a runner on second, so where are you going to go?
1-1 the count, 1 out. 3-0 Keller. Bottom of the 4th. Pitch almost to the head of Cole Kinninger. And you're right, Joey Hilton looks tired when you're missing pitches up like that we talked about.
Now there's a right-hander warming up. You get the binoculars, you might see him, Brenden.
I believe I see Reed Gebert as a swing and a miss on a changeup on 2-1.
You see who?
Reed Gebert. Sophomore or senior right-hander. 2-2 the count. Cole Kinninger. Joey Hilton's swing and a miss. Tailing away cutter up in the zone. That's the second strikeout of the night for Joey Hilton. A huge one for the second out in the bottom of the 4th. With 2 on, now it's Brock Burkett. He's 0 for 2. 2 flyouts. One of them was a diving catch by Tyler Goins in center field. From the left side, the quarterback for the Indians this past year. Joey Hilton checks second, now the pitch. Line shot right back up the middle, base hit. Picked up on a few hops in center field by Tyler Goins. A run scores, that's 4-0 Keller. An RBI shot right up the middle. Brought in Bodie Davis.
We can't hear you.
Trey Bogus moved to second on the hit. And here's Max Segura, 0 for 1. A line out and a walk. Joey Hilton's big curveball inside, stayed in for ball 1. Joey Hilton, after an 8-pitch first inning, has not had any innings close to that easy since. Up to 76 pitches now.
He's just a gamer right now, just hanging in.
The 1-0. A late swing by Max Segura on a fastball.
Should have let it go, but he didn't, so.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Runners on first and second. Keller could use another run right now, up 4-0.
1-1 pitch. That's fastball up and in. Chin music. 2-1.
If needed, Logan Brown is on deck, and Logan is due.
Nobody holding runner at first base. Brock Burkett. 2-1. Swing and a miss on the cutter.
Wow.
A foul tip, according to home plate umpire Daniel Wright.
Is Joey a sophomore?
Junior.
Junior, okay. I knew he's an underclassman. He's a good pitcher. He's tough. I mean, he doesn't give up, does he?
No, and 4 different pitches, and his size, 6'4", 235. A lot to work with. Here's the 2-2 to Max Segura. Heater inside, too far in. Count runs full. With 2 outs, runners will get a head start. We set at the chest. Payoff pitch. Strike 3 called. Like the changeup kind of froze Max Segura. And he's down looking. 3 strikeouts for Joey Hilton on the night, but Keller adds more damage in the 4th inning. They score 1 run, courtesy of 1 hit, no errors, and they leave a pair on. 4 innings in the books from Indians fielding Keller. It's the Keller Indians 4 and the Timber Creek Falcons 0. Due up for the Falcons in the top of the 5th. It's 5, 6, and 7. Rain Rojas, Hudson Howard, and James Serio. Indians, Falcons 4-6-8. Bright Lights Baseball continues after this timeout.
Millennium Sports hopes you enjoy our presentation of UIL Bright Lights Baseball. If your business, family, church, or school organization wish to sponsor our broadcasts, contact John Frow, president of Millennium Sports, at 214-642-7003 or email jmfro@att.net. Enjoy the game.
Let's check that score on the Euless Trinity and VR Eaton, Brenden.
Well, that game now plays in the top of the 5th, and VR Eaton still holds a 3-1 advantage. Also in the district, LD Bell hosting Southlake, and the Dragons are up 4-0. And Byron Nelson up 2-0 on the Northwest Texans over at Northwest in the bottom of the 4th. Here is Rain Rojas, sophomore right fielder, had a double in the 2nd inning, the only Falcons hit tonight. First pitch swings, chops it to the right side, fielded by Max Segura at second. He throws to the covering Cole Kinniger on the first base bag, and 4-1 putouts. Don't get a lot of those for out number 1.
Well, that's because of first baseman Logan Brown straight off the base over there. Went a little deep, and then they had to do it that way.
There's Hudson Howard, the junior DH, 0 for 1, lined out to second, and takes outside for ball 1. Hudson Howard came in 233 average, swing and a miss on a straight heat from Cole. With tempo, the 1-1. Curveball.
Oh, man.
Too high, right at the letters.
Close.
2-1. The fastball hits the outside edge. Right at the belt. 2-2. Cole wastes no time. Swing and a miss on a changeup out in front, tagging the runner on the drop. Third strike, Dane Hart. 2 down in the top of the 5th. That strikeout for Cole Kinniger, his 6th of the night. And that was James Serio, senior first baseman, 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Fouls straight back into the screen, 0 1. Cole like a machine, the 0-1 pitch. That fastball bounced in the dirt off of catcher Dane Hart, way in the air. But nobody on base, no harm, 1-1. Pitch home, a fastball right down the heart of the plate at the knees for strike 2 to James Serio. Second baseman Max Segura on the edge, the outfield grass. The 1-2. Big curveball that missed well outside, 2-2.
Yep, I think Cole's about to run out of gas here. I'll probably make it out of this inning, though.
One popped up out of play, 2 balls.
That last pitch really didn't look too good.
Yeah, about to throw his 65th pitch of the night. The 2-2. Slider just outside. I think these pitchers know that outside part of the plate to these right-handers has been the hot spot. 3-2. Curveball popped up in the air, straight away center field. Brock Burkett calling everyone off. Jogs in and makes the catch. And a 1-2-3 bottom of the 5th for the Indians. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on. 5 innings complete from Keller. It's the Indians on top of the Timber Creek Falcons, 4-0. As 2 up for the Indians in the bottom of the 5th. 4, 5, and 6, Logan Brown, Jaden Moeller, and Carson Leslie. Back on the Millennium Sports Network after this timeout.
This commercial isn't about us. It's about you. It's about you and your first sip of your jalapeno margarita. It's about you and the fresh avocado and your shrimp ceviche. You and your family enjoying a good meal and good company. Celebrating with your closest friends, making a toast to a good year. Dessert, your favorite, Cinco Leches. When it's about you, you know you're at the right place. Make your reservation. Make it about you. Make it Macero.
Joey Hilton out for the bottom of the 5th inning. A 4-0 Indians lead, and Joey's at 81 pitches through 4 innings. So we'll see how long of a leash Joey Hilton has in this inning. Here is downtown Logan Brown, 0 for 1 today. The ground out and a walk. Stands in against Joey Hilton. Takes well outside on a slider. 4-1. Infield straight away in the 1-0. Hart shot to left field, base hit. Right over the shortstop, Zach Winterreich. Bobbled out in the left field by Aiden Loomis. Kicked around into the alley, and Logan Brown gets an extra base off of it.
Boy, that ball was tagged. If that ball would have been hit up in the air, it would have been 50 feet over the left field wall. That ball was just creamed.
So that scored a double or single in a...
Single and an E, probably.
Yeah. That's what I think.
Is that an E up there?
Scoreboard did not count as an E.
Well, the ball came really hard at the left fielder, Aiden Loomis, so I guess they're going to give it double.
So Logan Brown on second, Jaden Moeller with an RBI chance, and he takes ball 1 inside at the belts.
They're giving him a double because the ball, it did bounce, but it was at an angle. It was a wicked hit.
Mm-hmm. Not routine out there at all.
Not holding Logan at second.
Long pause, the 1-0. Popped out a play on the right side. Count even at 1 ball, 1 strike. So Jaden Moeller's Carson Leslie on deck. Joey Hilton look at second. Now Jaden Moeller shows bunt, pulls back, and the pitch is way up stairs for ball 2. Balls and a strike. Long pause from Joey. Now the 2-1 pitch. Line drive, right center. That is trouble. That's down into the alley. Cut off by center fielder Ty Goins. And Logan Brown scores with ease from second. 5-0 Keller. An RBI single for Jaden Moeller.
Now batting for Indians, number 11, Carson Leslie.
And he tagged that ball. So that middle of the order, Moeller and Leslie and Maddox McCrary all hitting in this game. That talked to Rob Stramp about that today, and they're doing the job.
5-0 Keller advantage. Still batting in the bottom of the 5th with no outs and a runner on first. Here's Carson Leslie. He chose bunt, pulls back, and takes fastball low for a ball. Carson, a RBI single in the second. Struck out looking in the third. Jaden Moeller just 2 of 3 on stolen bases at first. 1-0. Carson pulls back the bunt again, takes outside. 2-0.
Looks down the third base to Jared Stafford.
Carson Leslie turning the bunt again. A big curveball upstairs, never turned over. 3-0. Joey Hilton's 91st pitch hits the outside part of the plate for strike. Carson was taking the 3-0 all the way.
See, 91 pitches in this game. He's not even going to be available on Tuesday. He's gone.
1 missed up around the letters again. Another walk.
You understand, Brenden? They decided to go ahead and use him up.
Try to save the rest of the pitchers for tomorrow and Tuesday. As looks like here comes Chuck Wells now.
Let's take a break.
5-0 Keller leads in the bottom of the 5th. Indians Falcons 4-6-8 Bright Lights Baseball continues after a quick timeout.
Millennium Sports hopes you enjoy our presentation of UIL Bright Lights Baseball. If your business, family, church, or school organization wish to sponsor our broadcasts, contact John Frow, president of Millennium Sports, at 214-642-7003 or email jmfro@att.net. Enjoy the game.
When faced with a life cycle event such as getting married, having a baby, buying a home or car, planning for retirement, or planning for college, Fort Worth State Farm agent Earl Wood has products and knowledge to help. Earl's office is at 2900 South Hewland, Suite 50 in Fort Worth. Details online at earlwood.biz. That's earlwood.biz. State Farm is for life.
Don't say anything, but Cole's got a 1-hitter right now.
New pitcher on the mound for Timber Creek. This is Reed Gebert, senior right-hander, 5'11", 165 pounds. Reed on the year, he's 2-1 with a 5.304 ERA. In 18 2/3 innings work. with 14 strikeouts, 5 walks, a 1.339 whip. Just the 6th appearance for Reed as a pitcher on the season. He also features a mid-80s fastball, 83 to 85, a curveball and a changeup. He'll be greeted by Maddox McCrary, Keller's sophomore DH. The lefty stands in 1 for 2 today, a single and a flyout. First baseman James Serio playing in on the edge of the first base grass with no outs. 5-0 Keller. Batting bottom of the 5th. Reed Gebert comes home. Heat right down the heart of the plate, low, but 4 strike.
It was a rugrat pitch.
Reed, very deliberate in his motions. 0-1. Changeup missed outside, 1-1. All right, you can see on Reed Gebert's delivery, it's a slow motion, but he delivers from a very low arm angle.
1-1 the count.
Pitch. Low, but called a strike at the knees.
And you hear all the fans really getting off this plate umpire. Daniel Wright. Many controversial calls behind umpire. I'm going to leave it at that. It hadn't really hurt anybody yet, but it could.
1-2 the count. Pitch home way outside. Trying to set up a slider. It's 2-2. Five runs on 6 hits for the Indians. No errors. Reed Gebert's 2-2. Popped up foul territory. Third base side. Aiden Loomis cannot catch up to it. Out of play. Falcons, no runs, 1 hit, 3 errors. That one Falcon hit came all the way back in the 2nd inning. 2-2 still the count. Reed Gebert to Maddox McCrary. Ground ball hit to short. Fielded by Zach Winterbeck. Flips to second for 1. Return to first. Not in time. Beating it out at first base, Maddox McCrary. He's on first on the fielder's choice. Carson Leslie are retired on the base paths. And here's Bodie Davis.
Are the bases juiced?
No, out at second.
At first, third. Okay,
yeah,
got it.
On the corners.
Who was out at second?
Carson Leslie. As standing in and taking a strike low and away at the knees, Bodie Davis.
Man, I'll tell you, this is very controversial, these calls.
Bodie's 0 for 1.
You hear the fans groaning.
Pitch home is a double steal attempt by the Indians. They get the rundown between first and second. A run scores in Jaden Moeller, and just running into the out at first base was Maddox McCrary. So 6-0 Indians of Jaden Moeller stealing home. And now 2 outs in the inning. Bases empty. And a 1-1 count to Bodie Davis. Reed Gebert's offer. Hit in the air to left field, high but not very deep. Aiden Loomis over towards the line makes the catch. And that retires the Indians half of the 5th. Not before Keller adds on 2 more runs on 2 hits. No errors and nobody left on. 5 innings now complete from Keller High School, and the Indians lead the Timber Creek Falcons 6-0. Due up for the Falcons in the 6th inning, 8-9-1. Gavin Dunston, Aiden Loomis, and Blake Lopez. Indians Falcons 4-6-8 Bright Lights Baseball continues after this timeout.
If you or a friend have experienced a significant life loss, get the booklet Walking Through the Valley of Grief by author James C. Bivens. This booklet shares biblical help and is written and designed to help you successfully deal with grief. Walking Through the Valley of Grief is available online at Amazon.com. That's Walking Through the Valley of Grief.
Eight, 9-1 due up for the Falcons. Gavin Dunston, Aiden Loomis, Blake Lopez. And for the 6th inning, John Frow on the call.
Be going out for the post-game show. I'll call this inning. Brenden, you bring it home. Here's Dunston, who's only his 2nd time up in this game. He struck out in the 3rd. The pitch by Cole. Right down the middle at the knees. Strike 1. Out in center field, Brock Burkett shades to right center. The 2nd pitch, low and away to Gavin Dunston in the 8 hole. Umpire mouthing back to somebody about a call. And the pitch, down the middle, strike. Somebody didn't like the pitch, and he said it was right. It was outside. 1-2 to Gavin. Cole kicks and deals. Down the middle, but a little low. 2-2 it goes.
Cole right around that range. He's about to throw his 74th pitch.
And here it is. Oh, beautiful curveball.
I don't think it dropped enough.
Payoff. Swing and a miss, a fastball up high.
And that's whereas Timber Creek, you can't take that. That was ball 4 right there. Could have been the first walk of the game for Falcons hitters.
5th strike for Cole, I believe. Strikeout. Here's Aiden Loomis. He's only been up once in the 3rd. You know when you're in trouble when you're coming up in the 6th inning, you've only been up 1 time.
Yeah.
Cole's ready. Kicks and deals. Line drive left field deep. Off the wall. That's a double. Well, what happened was Trey Bogus is playing very deep out there, and the ball was hit over, and
that ball was tagged by Aiden Loomis. Aiden, who's not known for his power, has no home runs, no doubles on the year, the 2 triples. Sent it all the way to the wall.
Now, back to the top. Blake Lopez. Top of the 6th inning, 1 out. Keller up 6-0. Blake 0 for 2 with strikeouts in the 1st and 3rd inning, and this pitch is in there for a called strike. On deck, Jackson Bass. 0-1 pitch. Cole checks the runner and spins around. That's Aiden Loomis over there.
Yeah, Blake Lopez out of the leadoff, has struck out twice, but had long at-bats, had a 9-pitch at-bat in the 3rd.
Wasn't long enough, Brenden. The pitch home. That one at bat, it's a strike. That was a good at bat. Yes, you're right. But not enough hitters have come up to face Cole. He's done their job. 0-2. Cole checks the runner, comes home. Runner breaks. Throw to 3rd. Oh, yes. Oh, no. Stolen base for Loomis. That's, what is that, 31 of 33 this year?
34. There was a strikeouts at the plates.
I'll tell you, I wish I had a replay of that one. The ball bounced, but the tag was right there. He was out. Pitch outside, ball one to Jackson Bass. Bass 0 for 2 in the game. 1-0 pitch, swung on and missed.
Another late swing. Jackson, like a lot of these Falcons, that is 0 for 2. That double from Hayden Loomis, just the second hit of the game for the Falcons. First since the second inning.
The pitch home. Outside edge for a strike. Coming up is our Impact Health Sharing postgame show. We'll have some interviews brought to you by Impact Sharing and Earlwood State Farm of Fort Worth. The 1-2 on the way. Check swing. Oh, man. They appeal on the check swing, so it goes to 2-2. To Jackson Bass. Bass is ready. Cole Koninger's ready. Here we go. Low and away, full count. That's the 84th pitch for Cole out there. The payoff. Swing and miss, struck him out. 3 strikeouts there, 6 in the game. It was no runs on 1 hit, no errors, a runner left. As we go to the bottom of the 6th inning, with Keller scheduled to bring Trey Bogus, Cole Koninger, and Brock Burkett to the plate. Keller 6 and Timber Creek nothing. Back after this.
That would be the range that you would pay for your family of 6.
Wow, that's great.
Go to savewithimpact.com. So the lowest is what?
$73
Compared to
like 2,000.
2,000.
That's actually crazy.
So standard rate $130.
$130 a month. Now what I want you to do is go ahead and put 3+ for your daughters.
Oh, that's a lot cheaper.
Were you expecting that?
No, not at all.
So it's called Healthcare Sharing, and Impact Health Sharing is our company, and we're just trying to spread the word that there's an alternative for people.
Heading to the bottom of the 6th inning, Keller up 6-0. About to finish up a game 1 victory, but the way things have gone this year, you can't count on anything. There's been blown saves by both these teams' bullpens this year, or semi-blown. And our pitcher out there now is Reed Gebert, came in last inning, right?
Yep. He reported all 3 outs in the 5th inning.
So it's Trey Bogus and back to the top.
A score update from over in Haslett. VR Eaton a 4-2 lead against Trinity in the bottom of the 5th inning. Southlake with a 4-0 lead over at LD Bell in the top of the 7th.
Leading off the bottom of the 6th for our Indians, number 14, Trey Bogus.
Trey Bogus comes up the left side of the plate. Started the game hitting 269. Walked in the 3rd and 4th innings. From the left side, as Reed Gibbert kicks and deals, fouled off.
Reed only had to throw 9 pitches in relief when he came in the 5th inning. And Timber Creek trying to preserve bullpen arms. So a lot of games left.
The 0-1 on the way from Gibbert. Outside edge, beautiful. Strike 2.
For the Indians, after tomorrow, they have a full week off.
The 0-2 swung on and fouled off at the plate by Trey Bogus. Reed Gibbert gave up a run in the last inning, 2 runs on 2 hits. He's ready on the mound. Kicks and deals. Fouled off. Count remains 0-2.
Trey with a pair of walks came around the score in the third. Anytime you can get anything out of the 9th place hitter, it's a big plus.
The 0-2 pitch. Outside ball. First time of that pitch in that location. It's been a ball tonight. 1-2 the count to Trey. Reed with the pitch. Misses outside, but it's a strike. My word.
Now batting for Indians number 21, Cole Kenninger.
Bogus says something to Kenninger when he goes back, so we'll see what happens. I just want to see Cole clean it out of here, don't you? He has such beautiful home runs.
Yeah, one of his majestic blasts that he's capable of.
Here he is, 1 for 3 in the game with a single and a run scored. Hits it deep in the hole. Zach Winterreck throw to first, too late, E6. Zach has not had a good game.
No, a couple of errors on Zach. Maybe a couple other plays that kind of borderline could have been an error on him, might not have been. Very tough for
Rob Burkett coming up. Had a single and an RBI in the 4th. Now he might end up being a player of the game. He does something here. A player of the game, not the player of the game. Here we go. Right-hander versus left-hander over at first. Cole Kenninger, 21-21 on stolen bases on the year. At the belt, Reed Gibbert. There goes Cole, the pitch home. Throw to second late. And is that 23 now, 23 for the year? He had 2 stolen bases in this.
Today.
Pitch was a ball. Max Segura on deck. The lefty. Brock Burkett awaits the pitch. He's due for a hit right now. The pitch home. Runner breaks. Throw to third. Safe. Wow, 24-24 as he steals 2 bases. Is he going to steal home next?
And that steal was off the pitcher, Reed Gibbert. Just a great jump from Cole before the ball is even delivered.
Yeah, Jared's talking to him over there. The 0-2 pitch, outside. One and two to Brock Burkett. Reed's pitch outside, 2-2. I'm surprised that wasn't a strike. I'm sorry, I know I'm being sarcastic, but come on.
It's definitely been hard to pinpoint the zone.
2-2 with 1 out and a runner on third. Keller batting in the bottom of the 6th. The pitch home. Hit hard, but at the second baseman backhanding it. Blake Lopez the first. And the run scores. That's an RBI. BOG. Pitch.
At the outside belt for a strike to Max.
Max in the game, hitless. Check swing. I'm telling you, man, this is hard to sit here and call this. 0-2 to Max. Curveball outside. Logan Brown is on deck, but there are 2 outs, 1 run in, 7-0 Keller. Bottom of the 6th, the pitch is fouled off out of play.
What a fun scoreboard for Keller. First inning, 0 runs, and then 1 run, 2 run, 1 run, 2 run, 1 run.
What a scoreboard.
If they get the bat in the bottom of the 7th, I think they might score 2 runs.
They will not be batting the bottom of the 7th. They're up 7-0. They're not going to blow that big a lead, I don't think. But we'll see who's going to pitch. And the pitch home. Ooh, check swing. Did the ball hit the bat? I guess it did. Count remains 1-2.
Let's go, Max. Bust it, baby.
The 2-2 to Max. Outside.
It's been that way on both sides.
Oh, no, there ain't, behind the plate's not against anybody, it's against everybody. The 3-2, swing and a miss. Max is just protecting the plate. So in the bottom of the 6th, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. As we head to the top of the 7th, 7-0 Keller. Coming up, I'll have our players a game. I'm going to the field, Brenden. I'll catch up with you.
7-0 Keller leads after 6 innings of play, 3 innings away. Cam Ireland coming out for the save. We'll tell you more about Lucky Charms after this timeout.
Founded in 2017, JR's Barbecue and More at 121 Roof Snow Drive in Keller provides a taste above the rest. Breakfast tacos and delicious barbecue to HOA and neighborhood events, weddings, graduation, and family celebrations. Owners JR and Vanessa Herrera proudly support the Keller ISD student athletes. Call JR's Barbecue and More at 682-593-0892 for catering to your next event. And check us out on Facebook at JR's Barbecue and More.
Wasps buzzing in your backyard? Spiders and ants taking over your kitchen? Rodents planning a housewarming party in your attic? Not on our watch. Alliance Pest keeps pests out and your home safe.
Cameron Ireland out to close it out for the Indians. So the 7-0 lead in the top of the 7th for Mr. Cameron, a 6'3", 205-pound senior right-hander who has some pretty nasty stuff. His 9th appearance of the year. He's 3-0 with a 1.567 ERA. He's worked 22 1/3 innings with 36 strikeouts and 14 walks and a 1.209 whip. A powerful fastball for Cam Ireland, 86 up to 90 miles per hour. Curveball, slider, changeup. He chose the rubber here in the top of the 7th against Tyler Goins, Zach Wanarek, and Rain Rojas, the hearts of the Falcons. 3, 4, and 5. Cameron, full wind, the first pitch. Fastball inside, that's Gustai Goins back for ball 1. Ty 0 for 2, fly out to center and a strikeout. Cam's 1-0. Missed up and away. Trying to turn over a slider. .2-0 pitch from Cam Ireland. Fastball hits outside edge at the knees. 2-1. 7 runs on 6 hits for the Indians. No runs on 2 hits for the Falcons. The 2-1. Slider outside, 3-1. Cole Kinniger, he went 6 innings, allowed 2 hits, 9 strikeouts, no walks. In line for the victory. Cam's 3-1. Grooves a fastball right down the plate. And Ty Goins was taking all the way and looks like he wishes he didn't. Full count. 3-2. Hit high in the air to deep center field, but Brock Burkett, a few steps back, is under it for the first out in the top of the 7th. Zach Wanarek now up. He's 0 for 2. A ground out, a fly out to right. He's had some issues in the field today. Can make up for it here. Fly ball to right center field gap, slicing, but running in and making the catch in the alley. Carson Leslie. And 2 down. Rain Rojas. Now the hitter with 2 outs in the top of the 7th. Rain's 1 for 2, a double and a ground out. The only left-handed hitter in the Falcon lineup. Cam Ireland's pitch. Fly ball to left field. A few steps for Trey Bogg is back. Now in. Makes the catch. And an 8-pitch 1-2-3. Top of the 7th. 3 flyouts to each position. 1 to center, 1 to right, 1 to left. And that is the final. 7-0. Keller in 7 innings over the Timber Creek Falcons here in game 1 of this 2-game series. Keller, 7 runs, 6 hits, no errors. Timber Creek, no runs, 2 hits, 4 errors. And the winning pitcher, Cole Kinniger, he goes to 5-1 with the win. The Indians overall, 26-2-2 and 12-1 in District 4 6A play. The Falcons lost. Timber Creek drops to 17-10 on the season and 6-5 in District 4 6A play. As we launch the Impact Health Sharing post-game show, and first, Millennium Sports, the Keller Indians, and the Timber Creek Falcons wish to thank tonight's broadcast sponsors, Impact Health Sharing. Save up to 50% versus insurance. State Farm agent Earl Wood of Fort Worth, Macero Mexican Restaurant of Southlake, JR's Barbecue and More of Keller, Alliance Pest Control of Keller, author James C. Vivens' book, Walking Through the Valley of Grief, available on Amazon. As we get ready for our player of the game interviews coming up with Carson Leslie, Brock Burkett, and Cole Kinniger, as well as a conversation with the Keller head coach, Rob Schramp. These two teams face off again tomorrow at 1 o'clock over at Timber Creek. As here we are. With the post game.
You got me, Brenden?
There you are, yep.
Hey, I'm Cole Kinniger. He threw a 2-hitter tonight. That was one of the best games you've thrown all year. What was working for you out there? It looked like everything.
Yeah, I had the fastball working, both curveballs working. Didn't throw any changeups, but yeah, all 3 of those pitches were working, and was getting some weak contact and some swing and misses. It was a good night.
It's a big win against Timber Creek. It's a big rivalry. You guys took it to them. Tomorrow you'll be out there in the field rather than on the mound. We're looking forward. Those 3 plays you made against Euless Trinity were the finest I've ever seen in my life at shortstop. So we'll look more of that tomorrow.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it. Looking forward to it tomorrow.
Anybody want to say hello to?
Parents, grandparents, all the fans. Love you guys.
Okay, thanks. Okay, let's go ahead and bring Carson Leslie in here. Carson, we've been watching you improve a little bit every game. You play well, really well in the field. You had a single and an RBI tonight. Tell us about the pitch. Do you remember it?
Yeah, it was a 3-1 count. He kind of left it over the plate a little bit, belt high, and that's usually my pitch. I got on top of it and drove it on in.
You know, I was talking to Coach Stramp today about the 5, 6, 7 hitters, and several of you guys did really well in this game. That's big coming up for the playoffs. You guys have to come in and take some of the pressure off the hitters at the top. For you, it's a really big hit today.
Yes, sir. Yeah, it helps whenever you have a good, like, 5, 6, 7 hit guy because backs up the 4, 3, 2, 3, 4. Just helps everybody out on the team.
Anybody you want to say hello to?
My mom. Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom. We'll see you tomorrow. We'll be there tomorrow. Thanks.
Thank you.
Okay. Brock Burkett coming in. Brock had 2 RBIs and a single. Brock, you're seeing the ball pretty good tonight.
Yes, sir. Just doing a job up at the plate. Team with the most runs at the end of the game usually wins the game, my book. When runners in scoring position, just put the barrel on the ball, get it on the ground, or a deep fly ball, score them.
You guys beat arguably the best pitcher for Creek tonight. Now, I know you'll have another big game tomorrow, but Joey Hilton's a pretty good pitcher.
Yeah, he's pretty good. He filled up the zone a lot. Pretty good velo. Some of the highest we've seen this year for sure. But, yeah, we're ready to go tomorrow.
You took care of him. Anybody you want to say hello to tonight, Brock?
My parents, thank you for coming and showing out.
We'll see you tomorrow over at Timber Creek.
Yes, sir. See you.
Okay, let's get Coach Grant.
Those interviews with our players of the game, Carson Leslie, Cole Kinniger, and Brock Burkett, brought to you by Impact Health Sharing and State Farm agent Earl Wood of Fort Worth. It's 7-0 the final from Indians Field. As now we've got the skipper, head coach Rob Stramp of the Indians.
Everybody's fired up over here. Jared and all the coaches and Coach Stramp's real fired up. We have a final yet on VR8. VR8 to score, Brenden.
One moment.
Wait for the VR8 final.
That game is playing in the top of the 6th, tied at 4.
Top of the 6th, tied at 4. Anyway, Coach, we figured it out. I think you've at least tied for a share of the district championship tonight. It was a good team victory. We talked about Carson, Leslie, and some of your guys, 5, 6, and 7, the order coming up. Bogus had 2 walks, so those kids are important.
Yeah, I mean, if we can turn the lineup over, and get those top of the lineup guys in there as much as possible, and we got a chance to, do some damage, I think. So, yeah, they did a good job. I felt like we had quality at bats. Everybody didn't get hits necessarily, but we had quality at bats.
Talking about quality, Cole was really quality on the mound and not only 2 hits given up.
Yeah, I think just as far as command, I thought this was one of his best games. He was around the zone. He didn't have very many big misses. I thought, his breaking ball was good. I thought he had a really good solid out. He was just on point.
Coach, unofficially believe you tied for the district championship. We won't worry about that till tomorrow. You still got to beat Timber Creek tomorrow. What do you think about going into Creek tomorrow? Because they got a good team.
Yeah, they got a good team, and they'll be their field, and, they'll be ready to go. These games are important to them. They want to be a playoff team, so, we know we're going to get their best, and they love to beat us, so they'll be ready to go.
We're going to talk to Jared tomorrow. I can't wait. Our first time to talk to him. We're looking forward to it. Thanks for everything you do for us, giving us all the information, keeping us up. We had a blast tonight, didn't we, Brenden, calling this game?
Oh, this was a perfect environment.
Perfect environment here.
Yeah, it's fun. We had a full house, and I just feel like the atmosphere is really good at our field. And Timber brought a good crowd, and we had a good crowd. So it's just good baseball, good fun baseball.
Let's keep it going, Coach. We're winding down to the playoffs in a few weeks, but right now we got to take care of Timber tomorrow. And like you said, they got a good team. Coach Wells does a great job with them.
Yeah, he does. He does. And we just want to keep getting better. We want to try to improve each game we play, each week, each day. That's kind of what we want to do. That's all you can do is try to control what you can do. Control yourself.
See you tomorrow. Thanks.
Thanks, John.
And that talk with Keller head coach Rob Stramp, courtesy of Impact Health Sharing of Fort Worth. 7-0 the final from Indians Field. Keller takes care of Timber Creek game 1 here tonight. They're still pumped. Game 2, it comes quick. 1 o'clock first pitch, 12:30 pregame over at Timber Creek. We were expecting storms initially on Saturday this week, but weather pushed into Sunday evening, and we should be clear for matinee baseball tomorrow. Take a timeout on the Impact Health Sharing post-game show. 7-0 Indians winner over the Timber Creek Falcons.
That would be the range that you would pay for your family of 6.
Wow, that's great.
Go to savewithimpact.com. So the lowest is what?
$73
Compared to
like 2,000.
2,000.
That's actually crazy.
So standard rate $130.
$130 a month. Now what I want you to do is go ahead and put 3+ for your daughters.
Oh, that's a lot cheaper.
Were you expecting that?
No, not at all.
So it's called Healthcare Sharing, and Impact Health Sharing is our company, and we're just trying to spread the word that there's an alternative for people.
A minor accident can turn into a hassle. Fort Worth State Farm agent Earl Wood offers auto insurance with a combination of service, price, and protection. Earl's office is at 2900 South Hewland, Suite 50 in Fort Worth. Details available online at earlwood.biz. That's earlwood.biz. Fort Worth State Farm agent Earl Wood. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Wasps buzzing in your backyard? Spiders and ants taking over your kitchen? Rodents planning a housewarming party in your attic? Not on our watch. Alliance Pest keeps pests out and your home safe.
We leave a lot of things to chance. But more and more people are feeling that same uncertainty when it comes to healthcare. 1 in 3 Americans are skipping meals to afford care, and 36% are delaying or not getting the care they need. Thousands across the nation are switching to Impact for a smarter, simpler healthcare option that's more aligned with their values and budgets. To get your free custom quote in seconds, go to savewithimpact.com. That's savewithimpact.com to see what you could be saving.
Impact Health Sharing post-game show, 7-0 Keller victorious over Timber Creek. Again, game 2 tomorrow at Timber Creek. First pitch, 1 o'clock pregame, 12:30 here on Millennium Sports DFW.com, where you can catch all of our live broadcasts, archives, and other Millennium Sports key info. Again, with the win tonight, Timber Creek now 17-10 overall, 6-5 in District 4 6A. Keller at the win, 26-2-2 overall, 12-1 in District 4 6A play. Mentioned our other scores tonight. Bottom of the 6th inning, tied at 4, VR Eaton and Trinity. We had a final from tonight. South Lake Carroll 8-0 over LD Bell. And Byron Nelson with a 5-0 lead over Northwest in the top of the 6th inning. Those are your 4 6A scores so far from tonight. One final, and we'll be keeping an eye again on Trinity and VR Eaton tonight, and when they play their game 2 tomorrow. There will be plenty for us. As we're getting ready to close up the Impact Health Sharing post-game show, we'll have some final thoughts.
Final, do we get a final on that Timber? I'm on the
4-4 in the bottom of the 6th.
Well, tomorrow we're going to have Coach Jared Davis on at the Jared Davis, right?
Jared Stafford.
Jared Stafford at the end of the game. So tune in for that. Keller, we believe, is at least tied for the district championship. And I believe if they win tomorrow, they're district champions.
Yep. Now,
so listen in. We're going to have an expanded post-game show tomorrow and celebrate this season. But then the Indians have to play VR Eaton in 2 weeks. Then the next week the playoffs start. So it's going to be a weird run to get to the playoffs, and the Indians are on the way.
Yeah.
Our hats off to Timber Creek. I definitely believe they're going to be a playoff team. No doubt about it. And thanks for listening in tonight, everybody. Thank you very much. God bless.
All right,
I'm watching.
You heard it there. Keep watching. And then again, watch us tomorrow with the pregame over at 12:30 here on Millennium Sports Network, DFW.com. Folks, thanking for getting us here today for Keller ISD Executive AD Eric Persine and Keller Indians head baseball coach Rob Strant, Timber Creek head baseball coach Chuck Wells, for local media, Dallas Morning News and Texas High School Baseball.com, for William Sports president and play-by-play and color analyst John Frow, for play-by-play, color, and engineer Brenden Snow, and our videographer Rick Snow. Logistics handled by sound coordinator Antonio Juarez, Nosotros Los Guapos. UIL 46A Bright Lights Game of the Week Baseball is written, produced, and directed by John Frow and the Millennium Sports Network, copyright 2026. Join us again tomorrow, Saturday, at 12:30 p.m. The State Farm agent Earl Wood of Fort Worth pregame show for Game 2 between Keller Indians and Timber Creek Falcons. So thank you for tuning in from Indians Field on this Friday night. 7-0, Keller victorious over at Timber Creek. Good night, and see you tomorrow.
You've been listening to Millennium Sports' presentation of the 4-6A Bright Lights Baseball Game of the Week. Millennium Sports and the Keller Indians wish to thank our broadcast sponsors. Impact Health Sharing. Save up to 50% versus insurance. State Farm agent Earl Wood of Fort Worth. Misero Mexican Restaurant of Southlake. JR's Barbecue and More of Keller. Alliance Pest Control. And author James C. Bivens' book, Walking Through the Valley of Grief. Available now on Amazon. Millennium Sports invites you to follow Keller Indians Bright Lights 4-6A Baseball and the playoffs through the UIL State Championship at Dell Diamond Round Rock, Saturday, June 6th. Thanks for listening. Drive safely. This is the Millennium Sports Network.